This is Anthony with True Diamond Heart, continuing our video series on New Life, New Year. Mindfulness. We spoke last time about the fundamental, primary, and really only real block to our personal transcendence of that which is not what we are here to be, which is magnificent, authentic, peaceful, beautiful, joyful, love, creative, service, just joyful. The block to that is the identification, the persona, the personality that's been constructed originally and that we've now adopted as our sense of self, who we think others see us as also. One of the most powerful and indispensable ways of transcending these identifications that block our magnificence, that block our new life, is called mindfulness. Now, mindfulness is both a tool to move us into transcendence towards the new life. It's also a symptom of the new life, because the new life is a conscious life. If you tell the truth, if you watch yourself with honesty, which is what mindfulness is. Mindfulness simply means to watch yourself with honesty, without any judgment, without any pushing down, denying, without any explaining, without projecting it or saying someone else or some circumstance is responsible or is the cause of what's happening in here. That is mindfulness. Now, mindfulness is also, we are here on Planet School to be conscious. That's what the whole thing's about, to be conscious. And in our consciousness is our freedom. Now, to be honest and truthful and courageous in looking at our lives. And if you don't know it yet, perhaps this is new to you, then all you need to do is see how long you can pay attention to what's happening inside. And you'll notice 3 hours from now that you forgot after 30 seconds. You just got distracted and you got carried away again by the thoughts and feelings and identifications. Now, the thoughts and feelings that we have running automatically, that have been conditioned in, that we've adopted as our personality, that we're defending now as though this is who we are. These things repeat and repeat, and they carry us away from awareness. We don't know we're thinking. We don't know we're feeling. We just think and feel. When it becomes intense, oh God, I feel so bad. Oh, I feel so great. But generally, and even when we're conscious in that way, we're just excited in some way. Excited in a negative way, excited in a positive way. It's just the masks. The mouth is up, the mouth is down, and we're excited and carried away by ourselves. Now, this is unconsciousness. Unconsciousness is darkness. Unconsciousness is darkness. Jesus said, "Forgive them, they know not what they do," which is exactly the same as what Buddha said when he said ignorance is the only sin. These are just different ways of saying that the unconscious darkness that we walk in, generally speaking, creates tremendous suffering, both within and without, on the other humans, on the other animals and beings, on the plants, on the earth herself, the air and the water, the fire. The entire balance is destroyed, damaged and destroyed by, and suffering by our unconsciousness. We don't know what we're thinking or feeling. We simply believe that the thoughts and feelings are the truth of who we are. And yet with mindfulness, we start to see. Mindfulness means you watch your thoughts. At this very moment, I'm actually watching there's someone speaking. There's a whole constellation of things happening. And there's something that's watching it that has nothing to do with it. There's something that's watching that has nothing to do with it, that simply sees it happening. Now, in this particular frame of reference, because we're doing spiritual holy work, that actual awareness starts to permeate the experience, which is just wonderful. You're both conscious and part of the conscious expression itself. But to begin with, and always anyway, we want to know what's happening in our thought system. Right now, I'm thinking about an apple. Now, there's something watching me think about an apple. I feel a tiny bit of tension in my lower stomach. I'm aware of it. It's not who I am or what I am. It's simply what's happening. I'm watching it impersonally. The secret to to your new life, the secret, if there's one secret, don't take yourself personally. Common wisdom is don't take things personally. Magnificent. Don't. That's great. That's a good beginning. But the most important thing, where it all happens, the only idol is you. You are a false idol to yourself, and everything else is filtered through that false idolatry. In that same sense, there also is the taking of yourself personally. You believe when this guy's all hurt, or this gal's all hurt, or all puffed up, or all depressed, or all whatever. You believe him or her. Don't believe them completely. Watch them. Yes, you will be in the feeling of elation or depression. Yes, it will be overwhelming sometimes. When it's overwhelming, it's the river of thoughts and feelings that we're always in. Mindfulness is to take that observer on the bank and put the energy there. So you're watching. Yes, you are feeling what you're feeling. You're experiencing what you're feeling. But there is something that is watching it neutrally. Something that is watching what's happening neutrally. That is not taking what's happening to you personally. It's a magnificent experience. As you do it, you will start to feel the space between who you think or thought you were and who you are fundamentally and ultimately. A simple being of unbounded potentiality, consciousness, and creativity. And yes, love. You'll start to see the gulf between those two things. And the falseness will start to lose power. It gains power when you deny it. You take it personally. And you say, no, I'm not. I know somebody gets angry when you push it down. It gains power when you explain it. Well, that's because this happened when I was a kid and that happened. It gains power when you fight with it. No, I'm not going to be angry. It gains power when you project it. You made me angry. That's why I'm angry, because you did that. All those things feed it. Pretending. All that feeds it. The only thing that starves it is you watch that anger or whatever it is that's happening. You watch it. The way I'm watching this leaf behind me. The way I watch that stool that's under that leaf. The way I watch this hand. You just watch it. Thoughts and feelings. Watch what's happening inside of you. And as you start to do that, you'll see how difficult it is to maintain that consciousness. And as you keep working on it, it will be more and more habitual. It will become easier for you to do, and you'll start to see and feel the freedom that comes from not taking yourself personally, from seeing yourself from a point of view that is above and neutral. And you'll start to see how false it is. How, wow, that's just an idea of self. That's not who I am. It's who I think I am. Who I am. I don't know if it was the last video or 2 videos, we had an experience of who we were. We did a meditation. Yes, it was 2 videos ago. Who I am. There's no thought and there's no feeling, and yet there's a feeling, meaning an absolute sense of peacefulness. And that peacefulness that's not struggling, that will grow with mindfulness. Practice mindfulness all the time. It's also the product of being on earth, not to be lost in feelings and thoughts, but to be aware, to know what's happening, to know that I'm sitting on this chair, to feel my body, my breath going into my body and coming out. We're not aware of all these things all the time, but we're aware of something, aware of a being, a consciousness. And from that awareness, that magnificent, unbounded consciousness, we can see our small troubles, trials, tribulations, and triumphs as what they are. Relative experiences that we like or we don't like. But we are not slaves to our thoughts and feelings unless we remain unconscious, which means we are not mindful. Be mindful. Wake up. Be conscious. The fruits of consciousness are everything you are here on Planet School to learn to be. It is your new life. The fruits of consciousness, the state of consciousness, is your new life. Welcome. We're just beginning to reveal and realize the new life of this new year.